Special fire situation report for Friday, August 19th, 2016. I'm Daniel Berland coming to you live from the Cal Fire Information Center. Again with an update on the fires burning across California. Now, over the last 24 hours, crews have made very good progress on the fires on several fronts. I'm going to switch over to our statewide fire map where you can see the fires. As of today, there are 6 large fires burning across California, stretching from Lake County down the coast, down into San Bernardino County. You can see here several fires, though, yesterday have been contained. That's the good news. Again, crews making very good progress. There are over 9,800 firefighters on these fires. Now, the biggest fire right now that continues to cause evacuations, and biggest meaning just in the attention it's getting. This is the Blue Cut fire burning in San Bernardino County. It has continued to burn for several days now in the Cajon Pass area. I want to show you some video of this fire. You can see it right now smoldering, just not seeing the same fire activity that we have seen. Now, today, there are damage assessment teams continuing to determine exactly what destruction was done on this fire. We know it's now over 37,000 acres. But the crews are still working to determine exactly, ensuring that everybody made it out safe and that there are no fatalities on this fire. Today we are expecting, again, moderate winds throughout much of this area. And as you can see, here's an idea of just how big this fire has been able to get. We could see winds 5 to 10 miles an hour, again, coming out of the south. I'll switch over to our map again, and you can see here is Interstate 15. Here's Lytle Creek. Lytle Creek is still threatened by this fire. Here is Wrightwood. You can see the fire has not made it to Wrightwood, but the wind is coming out of the south, pushing this fire right through the Cajon Pass, pushing it up into many of these canyons. That's why some of these other mountain communities in the San Bernardino area still are threatened by the fire. There are well over 2,000 firefighters battling this fire, working to make sure we have good containment line all the way around the blaze. Now, some evacuations have been lifted as of yesterday. There are several communities that have now been allowed to go back into place. In fact, yesterday, portions of areas west of Interstate 15, so that would be this way, west of Interstate 15 to Baldy Mesa Road, south of Phelan Road, were all reopened to residents. So those evacuations have been lifted. The other big news here, as we reported yesterday, Interstate 15 that runs right through this fire connecting Los Angeles and Las Vegas has been reopened. So real good progress being made. But once again, the Blue Cut fire, 37,000 acres, and it is 4% contained. So progress is being made. I should say 26% contained. It went up 4% overnight. 37,000 acres, 26% contained. Another fire that we continue to watch that crews are making very good progress is the Clayton fire. This is a photo from several days ago because crews are now doing mop-up and closing out the remainder contained. Just under 4,000 acres have burned on the Clayton fire. It is 65% contained. Now, there still also are some evacuation areas that are in effect in the community of Lower Lake and south of Lower Lake, but many of them have been lifted. 300 structures were destroyed in this fire. 27 others were damaged. So a very, very destructive fire for sure. Another fire we want to give you an update on is the Chimney fire. This has been burning near Lake Nacimiento down in San Luis Obispo County. Good progress here. While it's just under 12,000 acres, it is about a third contained. So 33% of the fire is contained. Evacuations still remain in effect for the same communities that were evacuated as of yesterday. 45 structures in total have been destroyed. Now, there was a new fire. We'll go to our statewide fire map. A new fire down in the Santa Barbara area. This is near and on the Los Padres National Forest, just north of Santa Barbara. In fact, you can see here is Goleta, here is Santa Barbara, here is Highway 154. This has been burning off of Paradise Road. Now, this is burning on the Los Padres National Forest of the U.S. Forest Service, as well as the Santa Barbara County Fire Department, along with CAL FIRE, are in unified command on this fire. 600 acres have burned. It is 20% contained, but a very fast-moving fire that started yesterday. Crews making some good headway on that fire. There are some evacuations, though, especially on the Los Padres National Forest. In fact, the Los Prietos Boys Camp, that area has been evacuated in this fire. So again, this is a new fire started yesterday, the Ray Fire, Paradise Road, north of Goleta, north of Santa Barbara, 20% contained on this fire. Another update we want to give you, this is the Sobranes fire. This has been burning now for almost a month, and this fire near Big Sur is now, it has burned over 81,000 acres in total, 60% contained. But you can see these aerial shots show you just how massive this fire, it's burning as far as we can see. Here's some dozer line you can see at the top of the ridge. This is the unburned area, and this is an area they're trying to hold it back. Crews setting some backfires as well to just burn out that vegetation and give us, again, a good space to hold back this fire. But this has been a very stubborn fire. And that's why evacuations still remain in place for areas of the Big Sur area. Here's a map of the fire you can see along Highway 1. Now, Highway 1 is opened up, but this fire, again, still burning, 60% contained, over 81,000 acres burned. Another fire that really has gotten some attention over the last couple of days, it's really blown up really since the last 2 days, is the Cedar Fire. This is burning just northwest of Lake Isabella, just outside the Cedar Creek campground. That's where it started. I'll zoom back over to the map and show you this, where it's at exactly. 9,500 acres already have burned. Again, this has been just a very fast-moving fire on the Sequoia National Forest west of Wolford Heights. Again, here is Lake Isabella. Now, you may remember Lake Isabella is the area where we saw the destructive Erskine fire down here. This, though, obviously just to the northwest, you can see here is where the perimeter of this fire is, north of Alta Sierra, all of this north of Highway 155, a little bit of spot over on this fire. Again, 9,500 acres have burned. It is 6% contained as of today. Go over, though, some good news, though, to report to you. There are, as you look at the map, there are several fires that have been contained. As I mentioned at the beginning, several fires that crews have been able to really get a good handle on. One of those is down in Fresno County. That's where the mineral fire has been burning, and as of yesterday, it is 100% contained. Here is Coalinga, so you can see it was about 8 miles to the west of Coalinga. Crews have, though, contained that fire to 7,050 acres. Again, it is now contained. All evacuations have been lifted on that fire. Another one that was contained was the Horseshoe Fire. This was burning in the Inyo National Forest, just southwest of Lone Pine. 369 acres, 100% contained. Obviously, this photo from several days ago taken by the Inyo National Forest. But again, good progress there for sure. Now, we want to talk a little bit about the weather, what we can expect for this week. So it is very important to understand there is still a red flag warning in place today in parts of Southern California due to those strong gusty winds and low humidity stretching from Ventura, Los Angeles, San Bernardino down into Riverside and San Diego. This is for the mountains and the desert foothills of these counties. This is where we're seeing those strong winds. Right here is San Bernardino. You can see the Cajon Pass right at the edge of where this warning is in place. So if you live in any of these areas, and really it's a good reminder if you live in anywhere, to take extra precaution, especially though if you're in that red flag warning, because we know this is critical fire conditions when we have these gusty winds and the low humidity for sure. This red flag warning expected to expire tonight at 9 p.m. So we will continue to see winds in this area through tonight. Here's a look at our wind gust forecast, 10 to 20 mile an hour throughout much of California. Across the coastal region, we could see 20 to 30. Down into Southern California, again, back where that red flag warning is, that's where predominantly we're going to see the strong winds through today. Those winds will start to taper off over the weekend. That will be good for us. But temperatures are really going to stay the same. They are normal for this time of year. Here is a look at today's forecast. 85 in Tahoe, 108 in Redding, 102 in Fresno, 77 degrees in Los Angeles. And if we go over to the weekend, you can see not much of a change here. In fact, 105, a little bit of a cool down, 101 in Fresno. But temperatures, again, are going to remain normal, but they are going to remain hot. Now, you may see smoke and experience smoke this weekend. Here's a look from the National Weather Service. Some of that smoke kind of moving down to the south over the weekend. So again, we could see winds pushing down through the south. That's going to affect areas that may be south of some of these fires. Some of the biggest smoke, though, is going to be the Central Coast and the Central Valley. So you may have to limit some of your outdoor activities if you live in some of these areas south of where the fires are burning. Be very cautious for air and breathing smoke conditions in these areas. Now, this weekend, It's very important. This is a photo taken from the chimney fire in San Luis Obispo County. You can see Smokey Bear here. Fire danger is high. And as the sign says, and how telling is it with this fire in the background, fire takes no vacations. So with the weekend coming up, obviously firefighters across the state are going to remain on high alert, and we're asking you to do the same. For more information on how you can stay safe this weekend, visit our website at readyforwildfire.org. That's the latest on the fire situation in California. I'm Daniel Berlant. Have a fire-safe weekend.